Alrighty, thank you, Todd. The Searsmont community is rallying around those affected by Friday's deadly fire and explosion at Robbins Lumber Mill.
Yeah, throughout the weekend, Mainers stepping up to offer condolences to the loved ones of the firefighter who was killed and to support those who remain in the hospital. Arlene Stapleton joining us live from Searsmont this morning. Good morning.
Hey, Ellie and Sharon. So before we get into what I need to talk about this morning, I just want to point out that you can actually still see smoke coming from the Robbins Lumber Mill site. You can actually smell what I believe to be is burning wood in the air, just wood in general. So that it's still probably smoldering over there. The fire marshal's office and ATF started an investigation into that yesterday. So when that fire happened on Friday, several departments were called to respond, and 10 people were injured and one volunteer firefighter died. Andrew Cross. He was a volunteer firefighter from the town of Morrill. Now, Cross was part of the first crew to respond to Robbins Lumber on Friday, and over the weekend, family, friends, and fellow firefighters reflected on the kind of person he was. Some saying he was a joyful person who was always smiling. On Saturday, dozens of firefighters and community members gathered in Belfast to pay their respects as Cross's body was taken from the office of the chief medical examiner.
There were so many people that were very privileged to be able to step up and do this. And he's so loved by this fire department and the community. And people are very thrilled to be able to honor him in this way.
The 10 people injured were brought to Maine Medical Center in Portland. That's the state's only level 1 trauma unit and the only facility with a dedicated burn unit. 2 people have since been transferred to a hospital in Boston. Now, Jim Robbins, one of the mill's owners, told us that 2 sons and a granddaughter were badly burned in this fire. And since Friday, a number of GoFundMe pages have been set up to support those impacted by the fire. The town of Searsmont is also setting up a formal fundraiser sometime today. It'll be on the town's Facebook page and website. And town officials are warning people to just verify GoFundMe pages before donating, since there are already some fraudulent donation pages set up. Town officials also considered canceling the Memorial Day parade next week, but after an outpouring of support, that parade will go on as planned. Town officials say the Memorial Day barbecue is canceled. Instead, a benefit barbecue will be organized in the coming weeks. Now, in our next half hour, we'll talk more about how the community in Searsmont and other communities are coming together to support those affected by the fire. Lee, Sharon.
All right, Leanne, thank you very much live in Searsmont this morning. And now to this, community members and family also preparing to honor the life and legacy of a Maine game warden who died on the job last week.
A celebration of life for Joshua Tibbetts will be held on Thursday in Bangor. Tibbetts was killed after a plane crash near Schoolhouse Pond. Organizers of the event say that the details are still being finalized, but that the celebration will take place at 1 in the afternoon at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor.